The story begins during a heist where a team member, Parker, is talking to his associate Philly about a hothead kid named Knox. Philly insists they can't kill Knox because he's the cousin of Ed Mackey's wife. Parker reluctantly agrees to try talking to him first. In the next moment, they're at a location where Knox is upset about Parker being included in the team. Knox disrespectfully calls Parker a clown and tells Philly this is your score. Parker takes Knox aside, tells him to stay calm, and warns him not to mess with him. Parker reveals his name is Parker, which seems to intimidate Knox a bit. Parker explains that threatening the supervisor was foolish because now the supervisor knows they can't actually kill him. Parker gives Knox a choice between being an idiot or a psycho and tells him that before making any move in the future, he should think about what a smart person would do and then do that instead. Following this, Parker approaches the supervisor, who is refusing to open the vault. Parker tells him he knows he's not doing this for money, but to impress a girl. The supervisor admits he wants to marry a girl and can't look weak in front of everyone. Parker offers him a deal. Go and punch Knox to save face, and then come back and open the vault without setting off any alarms. Parker threatens him, saying that while his life is essential, the lives of others are not. The supervisor goes and punches Knox, and his girlfriend calls him an asshole. Afterward, he opens the vault. Just as the team is about to leave with the money, a car pulls up outside. Inside is a man named Joe with his family. Seeing the strange cars outside the building, he realizes a robbery is in progress. Greed gets the better of him, and he decides, I'll rob the robbers myself. Inside, the team is bagging the money. Joe suddenly opens fire. Knox is killed and Philly is injured. Joe grabs a bag of money and flees. Parker chases after him, leading to a high-octane car chase. Eventually, Parker stops Joe's car. A wounded Joe gets out of the car and Parker kills him. Parker then notices Joe's wife and child are also in the car. He gives the woman $10,000 and tells her, if the cops ask, just say everything was a blur. The whole team then gathers at a safe house. Philly has an injured collarbone, and Zen is tending to his wound. They count the money, which amounts to about $400,000. Everyone is discussing Knox's death and the unexpected attack by Joe. Parker mentions giving money to Joe's wife, to which a team member suggests it should come out of Parker's share. They try to lighten the mood, and everyone goes to rest. Zen begins to take off her clothes. While everyone is watching her, Parker senses something is wrong. Suddenly, Zen pulls out a gun and kills everyone one by one. She also shoots Philly. Parker is wounded and falls into the water. Zen assumes Parker is dead. The scene changes. We see a man named Kincaid meeting with his boss, Lozini. Kincaid reports that Parker's name has come up in the racetrack heist because a witness recognized his voice. Lozini is disturbed because he thought Parker was dead. They had a deal that Parker would stay out of New York. Lozini tells Kincaid to handle the matter and threatens that if anything goes wrong, the breakage will start with his balls. Meanwhile, Parker wakes up in an unfamiliar hotel room. The hotel manager, Madge, informs him that he was unconscious and a doctor treated him. Parker is angry that he wasn't put in his usual room 12. Madge explains that the room was occupied. As soon as Madge leaves, Parker gets up and goes to room 12, kicks out the couple that was staying there, and retrieves his hidden stash of weapons, money, and fake passports. He pays Madge for the damages and leaves. Parker goes to meet Philly's wife, Grace. Seeing him alone, Grace understands that Philly is dead. Parker tells her the whole story of how Zen betrayed and killed them all. He asks Grace for information on Zen so he can find her and get the money back. Grace, who despises Parker's lifestyle, tells him to quit, but Parker says this is the only work he knows. Grace gives him a name, Reggie Riley, who works as a supplier in Jersey City. She makes Parker promise that he will kill Zen for Philly's death. Parker agrees. Afterward, Parker calls his old friend Grofield, a strange actor who runs a theater that is always at a loss. Parker asks him to find Reggie Riley and tells him about Zen's betrayal. Grofield is shocked to hear about Philly's death and agrees to help Parker. That evening, Parker finds Reggie Riley. He kidnaps Reggie's driver and takes his place behind the wheel. He questions Reggie about Zen. A scared Reggie reveals that Zen was part of a South American dictator's elite guard, a member of a kill squad. He says she is very dangerous. Reggie also admits that Philly's wife, Grace, had asked him about Zen, so he called Zen to warn her that someone was looking for her. Suddenly, their car is attacked. It's Zen's men. Parker fights them off and kills them. Then we see Zen receiving heist plans from a man named Bosco. Bosco doesn't trust her and demands his full payment up front. In the middle of their conversation, Parker arrives. Zen tells him that she has invested his share of the money in a new, bigger score. Angered by this, Parker shoots Bosco, thinking he is Zen's accomplice. Zen screams that Parker just killed the most crucial person in her plan. Zen then reveals the real plan to Parker. Her country's corrupt president, Ignacio de la Paz, has recovered a billion-dollar treasure from the sea, known as the Lady of Arentero. De la Paz is bringing the treasure to America under the guise of a goodwill mission, where he plans to have the outfit, Lozini's gang, steal it for him. This way, he can play the victim in front of the world, while keeping the treasure for himself. Zen's plan was to steal the treasure before the outfit could, so she could use it for the welfare of her country's people. Bosco was her inside man in the outfit, who was supposed to give her the plans. With Bosco dead, the plan is in jeopardy. The most valuable item in the treasure is the statue of the Lady of Arentero, worth $500 million alone, with a buyer, Phineas Paul. Hearing the involvement of the outfit and Lozini, Parker agrees to the job, due to his old rivalry with them. Parker and Grofield meet with Zen and her commander, Colonel Ortiz. Parker bluntly states he wants 30% of the score, which is $300 million. Ortiz reluctantly agrees. Zen's team is making a replica of the lady statue to swap with the real one. Parker dismisses their plan as foolish. He says, "We're not going to steal from the UN. We'll let the outfit do the stealing, and then we'll steal it from them. We'll rob the robbers." Everyone likes this plan. Zen's boyfriend, Mateo, threatens Parker to stay away from Zen. Parker insults him and shuts him up. In the car, Grofield warns Parker against messing with the outfit and Lozini because of their deal. Parker says he'll take the risk for this job because, quote, "I do if I'm well paid." Following this, the team needs the outfit's plans. They find out that Bosco had a boyfriend named Nick. Parker and Zen go to meet Nick. Zen tries to be gentle, but Parker straight up tells him that Bosco is dead. Nick starts crying. Parker asks him about the plans. Nick says that any important documents would be with Mr. Bluey. At that moment, Kincaid's men attack Nick's club, as they are also looking for Bosco. Parker and Zen fight them off. They go upstairs to find Mr. Bluey, which turns out to be a stuffed elephant toy. The plans are hidden inside it. Parker manages to escape from Kincaid, but not before Kincaid sees him. Kincaid reports to Lozini that Parker is alive and that he saw him at the club. Lozini is now certain that Parker is after his treasure. He angrily says, "We forgot we're criminals." Parker forms a new team that includes Grofield, Zen, and some old associates, Stan, the driver, Ed, and Brenda. Colonel Ortiz's two men, Mateo and Tomas, are in the team, but Parker doesn't trust them and removes them from the plan. The plan is that the outfit will move the treasure from a ghost station beneath the UN using an automated trash train. Ed and Brenda's job is to get into the control tower at Bryant Park Station and increase the train's speed. Grofield's job is to disable a failsafe switch at a forward station to keep the train speeding. The target speed is 70 miles per hour, which will cause the train to derail and crash at a specific location. There, Parker and the rest of the team will collect the treasure and escape in a cube truck brought by Stan. That night, Parker is in his hotel's room 12. Zen arrives. She tells him the story of the Lady of Arentero, a countess who fought like a man for her country. Parker is unimpressed and says, quote, "Everyone's a thief like me. They're just better at it." They start to get close, but just then, Mateo and Tomas ambush and knock them both out. Mateo and Tomas tie Parker up in a deserted location. They have informed Lozini about Parker's whereabouts. Their plan is to hand Parker over to the outfit to save themselves. Parker explains to them that the outfit won't spare them either. Just then, Zen arrives and saves them. It turns out Zen had deliberately fed Mateo wrong information. The outfit's men arrive and a shootout begins. Parker taunts Lozini over the phone. An enraged Lozini tells him the deal is off and that he has changed the date of the heist. The heist is not tomorrow, it's happening right now. Parker immediately alerts his team. Chaos ensues. Ed and Brenda reach the control tower where they have to deal with the outfit's insider, Glasscock. They overpower him and start increasing the train's speed. A drunk Stan goes to steal a cube truck. The first crash attempt for the train fails because the speed isn't high enough. Parker quickly changes the plan, setting a new crash site at the next turn, 23rd and Court. Grofield, who is drunk, goes to disable the new trip switch. Stan accidentally hits Grofield with his truck. Somehow, the injured Grofield manages to reach the switch and disable it. The train speeds up and crashes spectacularly at 23rd and Court. Parker, Zen, and Grofield arrive at the crash site and open the train's containers, only to find them filled with rocks. They realize it was a trap set by Lozini. Lozini had unloaded the treasure at the ghost station and sent the empty train just to lure Parker.
At that moment, the outfit's men attack them. Stan arrives with the truck, and they manage to escape. The team is defeated and frustrated. Grofield blames Parker for lying about Kincaid surviving. Parker admits his mistake, but says there's still a way. He says the outfit might have sold off the smaller items, but they still have the Lady of Arentero statue. They just need to find out who the buyer is. It turns out Kincaid's girlfriend knows the buyer is Phineas Paul. Grofield creates a diversion by pretending to jump from the roof of Kincaid's building. While the police and crowd are distracted below, Parker and Zen, disguised as police officers, enter Kincaid's apartment. They capture Kincaid, but he faints from fear. They then ask his girlfriend for the buyer's name, and she tells them it's Phineas Paul, and that he is currently at Valentino's restaurant. Parker and his team arrive at Valentino's. Parker directly asks Phineas Paul about the statue. Paul acts arrogant, so Parker shoots one of his associates. Terrified, Paul reveals that the statue is in a private vault in Greenbrook, secured in an impenetrable tungsten carbon alloy cage that will only open the next day at 8 a.m. For Parker, this is not a problem. They kidnap Paul. Now the final plan is set. The team raids the Greenbrook vault. Their plan is simple but brilliant. Parker repaints the numbers on the vaults, changing Vault 1 to Vault 3. They then use explosives to blow open the door of Vault 3, which is actually empty. In the meantime, Phineas Paul escapes from Stan's watch and informs Lozini. Lozini arrives with his team. He thinks Parker has blown up the wrong vault. They wait. At 8 a.m., the time lock on the real Vault 1 opens. Parker and his team start to leave with the statue. Lozini realizes he's been tricked and chases after them. Another spectacular chase scene follows. In the end, Lozini's team manages to snatch the statue from Parker. They think they've won. Lozini takes the statue to De La Paz. But there, it's discovered that the statue is a fake, the one Zen's team had made. The real statue never left the vault. De La Paz threatens to kill Lozini for the deception. Lozini understands the reality and rushes back to the Greenbrook vault in a rage. There, inside the real Vault 1, Parker is waiting for him. Lozini is shocked. Parker tells him he knew all along that the outfit was bankrupt, and this was their last big score. Parker says he won't let him have the statue. He shows Lozini a bomb attached to the statue. Lozini tries to make a deal, but Parker says, "Sometimes you lose." He blows up the statue with the bomb, completely bankrupting the outfit. At that moment, Colonel Ortiz's men attack Lozini's crew outside. Parker tells Lozini, "Nobody tells me where I get to walk," and shoots him dead. After everything is over, Parker meets with his team. He has salvaged precious gems and jewels from the broken pieces of the statue. He gives everyone on the team their share, which amounts to about $2 million. Everyone happily departs. Parker leaks Phineas Paul's recording to the media, which exposes the conspiracy of De La Paz and Lozini. Ortiz is made the acting president, and all the stolen treasure is returned to his country. In the final scene, Parker meets Zen at the hotel. Zen asks him to come with her to her country, but Parker tells her he can't go with her because she killed his friend Philly. He says it's bad for business. Zen accepts her fate. They have one last drink together, and Parker, fulfilling his promise to Grace, kills Zen. Afterward, Parker meets Grace and gives her Philly's share of the money, which is more than she expected. He tells her that he has killed Zen. In the very end, Parker and Grofield are celebrating New Year's Eve in New York.
Grofield talks about buying puppets for his theater. Parker is serious as ever. They are both ready for the next score. Like the video and subscribe the channel so you can watch this type of video.